Good evening, and thank you for joining us as we come on the air tonight. The race for the White House is in overdrive, with just 11 days until the election and fresh off their final debate. Tonight, President Trump and former Vice President Biden are focused on firing up their supporters and winning over the few voters who say they still haven't made up their minds. For President Trump, that meant his 15th visit to Florida this year and back-to-back rallies aimed at his base, as tonight he again downplays the coronavirus. For Joe Biden, it means hitting the president hard once again on his handling of the pandemic, saying Mr. Trump has, quote, quit on America. And tonight there is breaking news on just how dramatically cases of the coronavirus are spiking nationwide. Tonight, new infections have reportedly now topped 80,000, and that would be the highest number of new cases in a single day since the pandemic began, and 9,000 more than Thursday. And experts now warn another 165,000 Americans could die by February. Well, tonight, the nation's top infectious disease doctor calls that rapid increase a, quote, precarious place to be. So let's bring in our team of correspondents who is covering this story. And we're going to begin tonight with Ben Tracy, who is in Florida. Ben?
Nora, good evening. So it's no secret why President Trump is here in Florida tonight. If he doesn't win this state, his path to winning the election overall becomes very narrow. And with just 11 days left, the polls here show the race is a toss-up.
Shout to every governor.
Tonight, the candidates on the stump and in the home stretch. President Trump trying to turn out a key part of his base, seniors at the Villages retirement community in Florida.
I'm always here to protect you and love, cherish, defend our nation's seniors.
And as the U.S. sets a new record for daily coronavirus cases, the president said this.
And we're rounding the turn, we're rounding the corner. We're rounding the corner beautifully.
Seniors were key to Mr. Trump's victory in 2016. He won their vote by 7 points over Hillary Clinton. But the CBS Battleground Tracker poll shows he's lost that advantage, and seniors now favor Biden. The president's downplaying of coronavirus has turned off some older voters.
I think it's very childish. I think he wants to, it's like a toddler. He thinks if he doesn't see it, it'll go away.
Trump supporters still defend the president.
I think he was right to not try to panic people. He tried to stay level-headed.
In Delaware today, Joe Biden called the president a quitter.
We're more than 8 months into this crisis, and the president still doesn't have a plan. He's given up. He's quit on you. He's quit on your family. He's quit on America.
Despite a COVID outbreak in the White House,
Do you think Sleepy Joe could have made this deal, babies?
not much has changed. Officials in the Oval Office today shoulder to shoulder, hardly anyone wearing a mask.
The image of that is something that may give the wrong impression to people.
Dr. Anthony Fauci also revealing today that President Trump hasn't been to a COVID task force meeting in months, and that Dr. Scott Atlas, a radiologist, now has the president's ear, not Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease expert.
And I say we're learning to live with it. We have no choice.
The contrast on COVID also on display at last night's debate.
He says that we're learning to live with it. People are learning to die with it.
And the Trump campaign is now seizing on comments Biden made about the oil industry,
Have a transition from the oil industry, yes.
turning it into an ad today to run in Pennsylvania, an oil-producing swing state. Biden clarified he wanted to end federal subsidies, not the oil industry itself. But with nearly 53 million votes already cast, it's unclear what impact these final arguments will have. In Florida, nearly 5 million votes are in, 44% of them cast by Democrats and 35% by Republicans. More Floridians have voted early than the total number who voted for President Trump in 2016.
Now, President Trump plans to add to that vote total by casting his own ballot here in Florida tomorrow. He will then have rallies in North Carolina, Ohio, and Wisconsin. Meanwhile, former President Barack Obama will travel here to Florida tomorrow. He'll be campaigning for Joe Biden in Miami. Nora.
Ben Tracy, thank you.